Hi class! Good morning everyone. Welcome to Psych 1100, Understanding the Self. Here is our series, Unpacking the Self. Natapos na tayo in discussing two topics. Today, ang pag-aaralan naman natin ay ah, ang ating material self. Yan. So, lesson 3, topic 3. So, I have here example, debit card challenge. A very wealthy person gave you a debit card and told you to use it as much as you want to make yourself happy. What are you going to do with it? Make a list of what you want to have. Write as many as you want. 'Di ba? So, if ever ikaw, syempre, ano ba yung uunahin mo? It's about your needs ba muna or your wants? 'Di ba? If you have your credit card. But sabi nga dito, many as you want, 'di ba? Baka kabilang na rin diyan yung mga wants natin, 'di ba? So, I have here analysis. Number one, how do you feel as you do the debit card challenge? Number two, which among the items on your list you like the most and why? And number three, if ever you were given the chance in a real life to have one among the list, which would you choose and why? So, uh, ipopost ko po itong analysis natin na to sa ating Google Classroom. Yan. So, I have here another question. What are your material possessions? Ano ba yung mga bagay na tinuturing mo na sa'yo talaga? 'Di ba? Na pagmamay-ari mo talaga. 'Di ba? So, how do you cope with an experience of material loss? So, for example, may nawala kang gamit, 'di ba? Especially kung talagang iniingatan mo 'to or kaya naman may taong importante sa iyo ang nagbigay nito or kaya naman ay mahal yung bagay na 'to, 'di ba? So, how do you cope up kapag nawala yung bagay na 'to? Na stress ka ba or parang wala lang sa iyo? So, ako kalimitan pag may nawawala akong gamit, ah as long as hinahanap ko siya, hindi ko siya nakikita. But once na hindi ko na siya hinanap, tsaka ko siya nakikita. 'Di ba? So, minsan naman, kahit matutulog ka, tapos may naalala ka na, hala, parang nawawala yung damit ko na to, 'di ba? Parang, especially sa girls, 'di ba? Parang, isip ka, 'di ba? So, here are some materials or possessions that we have, like clothes, 'di ba? Cellphones, gadgets, bags, even earrings, 'di ba? Luxuries, house, even the family that we have, shoes, sandals, 'di ba? So we have different types or ano ba, styles, 'di ba, as a person. And according to Abraham Maslow, 'di ba? Siya yung may theory sa hierarchy of needs. Sabi niya dito, people are continually motivated by one need or another. And according to Maslow, mahalaga daw na maisatisfy muna ng isang tao yung basic needs niya o yung uh, unang stage ng basic need o yung basic need para ma-satisfy o mag-level up siya sa susunod. Okay, so this concept assumes that lower needs must be satisfied or at least relatively satisfied before higher needs become motivators. Okay, so sa Abraham Maslow, uh, siya yung author nito. So first one, ano ba yung sinasabi niya na dapat muna nating i-satisfy before anything else. So sabi niya dito is the physiological needs. So physiological needs for Abraham Maslow, it is the most and basic needs of any person. Syempre naman, 'di ba? We have or we need food to live in this world, 'di ba? Mahirap kaya yung matutulog ka or what, nagutom ka or hindi ka kumain ng 3 times a day sa isang araw, 'di ba? Even the shelter or the home that we have and the clothing, 'di ba? So, physiological needs differ from other needs in at least two important respect. Yung una, they are the only needs that can be completely satisfied or evenly over-satisfied, like eating, 'di ba? Yung pagkain natin ng food, pwede tayong kumain or magpakabusog ng sobra, even yung pagkakaroon ng bahay, 'di ba? Or pagkakaroon ng maraming damit, 'di ba? So it's also recurring in nature. Ibig sabihin, cycle siya, 'di ba? Na kailangan mo. Everyday kailangan mo kumain ng food, 'di ba? Everyday kailangan mong magpalit ng damit, 'di ba? How about the next one? The safety needs. So, safety needs is the security of body, 'di ba? Example ng safety needs ay yung employment, 'di ba? Financial resources, morality, 'di ba? The family, the health, the property, and it cannot be completely satisfied and produces basic anxiety if not satisfied. For example, you have no work, 'di ba? So, pagkatapos niyan, poproblemahin mo naman yung finances mo, 'di ba? How can you help to your family? Or even sa health natin, kasi hindi naman natin alam kung, example, healthy ka ngayon, 'di ba? Kinabukasan, hindi natin alam kung healthy pa ba tayo. So, ibig sabihin, hindi talaga natin completely satisfied ang ating safety needs, 'di ba? Hindi natin alam kung safe tayo ngayon, pero tomorrow, we don't know, 'di ba? Even this time of pandemic, hindi naman natin inaasahan na darating to, 'di ba? So, even our safety needs, 'di ba? It becomes uh, the source of our anxiety, 'di ba? Very uncertain tayo. So after satisfying or merely satisfying the safety needs, the next one according to Maslow is the love and belongingness needs. What are the examples of love and belongingness needs? Example, the relationship that we have, 'di ba? Because when we are in a relationship, friendship man yan, family man yan, or romantic relationship, mafe-feel kasi natin yung belongingness, 'di ba? Na meron kang kasama, 'di ba? Na there's a people, 'di ba, or a person na alam mo na nandyan sa tabi mo, 'di ba? It includes some aspects of sex and human contact as well as the need to both give. Okay, so love and belongingness. You have to feel loved before, 'di ba? The before having satisfying the esteem needs. Ano ba yung esteem needs natin, 'di ba? The confidence, the achievement, 'di ba? Na ano, saan nanggagaling yan? Hindi lang naman yan from ourselves 'di ba? Kasi meron kasi na pagkakataon nagkakaroon tayo ng achievement but hindi natin nafi-feel to without the encouragement of other people. That's why esteem needs is necessary, 'di ba? By the help of other people, 'di ba? When someone respects you, you also respect them, 'di ba? The reputation that we have, 'di ba? Even the self-esteem or yung own feelings natin sa sarili natin, 'di ba? So after satisfying the physiological needs, the safety needs, love and belongingness needs, and even the esteem needs, we are go now to self-actualization needs. So self-actualization, it is the highest needs. It includes self-fulfillment, realization of all potentials, and a desire to be creative in the full sense of the world. So, ang mga self-actualized daw na tao, sila yung mga naabot na talaga nila yung kanilang mga goal in life, 'di ba? But at the same time, hindi lang sila doon nag-stop, 'di ba? But meron kasi silang goal pa, syempre to maintain kung ano yung na-achieve nila. And the be values or the being values na meron sila, and even the transcendence, ito yung need to help to other people achieve self-actualization. So, reminder class, hindi lang politiko, hindi mo kailangan maging politiko to help other people, 'di ba? So, self-actualized people, meron silang uh, meron silang, alam mo yon, kagustuhan na ma-share sa ibang tao or makatulong sa ibang tao. Okay. So, and after that, hindi ibig sabihin na self-actualize ng isang tao ay hihinto na siya sa uh, pagkakaroon ng pangarap. Diba? So, that's the hierarchy of needs of Abraham Maslow. So, let's go now to the 5 languages of love. So, sabi dito, gifts are heartfelt symbols to you of someone else's love and affection for you. So, 5 languages of love is by Gary Chapman, Dr. Gary Chapman. And yung receiving natin or yung pagtanggap natin, maaaring iba rin yun kung paano natin ipakita yung pagmamahal natin sa ibang tao. Number 1 is the act of service. You show your love to someone by uh, ano ba, by giving an effort, 'di ba? For example, galing sa work yung tatay mo and then nagtimpla ka ng kape para sa kanya kasi yun yung way mo para iparamdam sa kanya na mahal mo siya, 'di ba? And dito naman sa number 2 ay yung receiving gifts, 'di ba? So, receiving gifts, dito mo mararamdaman na, yun, 'di ba? So, receiving gifts. For example, kapag binigyan ka ng gift, parang dun mo na-appreciate na talagang love ka niya, 'di ba? Or kaya naman kapag ikaw yung nagbibigay ng gift sa ibang tao, ah, gusto mong ipa-feel sa kanila na mahal mo sila, 'di ba? So yun yung sending mo at yung receiving mo rin. Okay. So words of affirmation naman, you love to be encouraged, 'di ba? Or affirm or appreciate by other people through words, 'di ba? Ang galing-galing mo naman, ang ganda-ganda mo naman, napakamatulungin mo naman. So those are such some positive words na gusto mong naririnig sa ibang tao para ma-appreciate mo or ma-feel mo na love ka nila. And the other one is the physical touch, 'di ba? Yung hug or kaya yung pag-tap sa shoulder, 'di ba? Doon mo pinapa-feel sa ibang tao na you love them or even quality time. You're giving your time to them kahit na gaano pa ka-busy, 'di ba? So that's the 5 languages of love. Pero class, reminder lang na hindi for example, acts of service yung pinapakita mo sa tao na to na mahal mo, yun na rin yung gusto mong ma-receive, 'di ba? So, pwedeng magkaiba yung receiving mo at yung sending. Okay. So, let's go now to our material self. So, material self is the total of all the tangible things that we own, lahat ng bagay na nahahawakan natin, nasa atin, di ba? That's part of our material self. And according to William James, it includes bodies, katawan natin, the clothes, and even the immediate family and the home na meron tayo. And sabi niya rin, the more na nag invest tayo sa isang bagay na meron tayo, example, the more na mas mahal yung bagay na to, mas masakit daw kapag nawala sa atin, 'di ba? So, possessions then become a part or an extension of ourself, 'di ba? So, number one, or letter A, the body. It is the innermost part of our material self. And we are directly attached to this commodity that we cannot live without. Of course, di ba? Sino bang tao ang walang katawan, di ba? So, we strive hard to make sure that this body function well and good. Kaya nga maraming tao yung talagang minemaintain nila to become physically fit, di ba? Kaya nga nagmamask ka pag lumalabas ka kasi you care for your body, 'di ba? Kasi ayaw mo magkasakit, 'di ba? So we do have certain preferential attachment or intimate closeness to certain body parts because of its value to us. Example, yung mukha mo or yung face natin, 'di ba? Kaya ka nagme-makeup, nag-aayos because you love your body, 'di ba? Hindi naman lahat ng tao na nag-aayos, 'di ba, ay para lang magpasikat sa ibang tao or para ma-please yung ibang tao. Sometimes it becomes one of the most or the source, 'di ba? Important source of self-confidence of an individual or pag-show nila sa sarili nila na mahal nila yung sarili nila. For example, Mariah Carey, who was reported to have placed a huge amount for the insurance on her vocal cords and legs. Diba? So, letter B is the clothes. Sabi din William James, clothing is an essential part of material self. And sabi dito, clothing is a form of self-expression. We choose and wear clothes that reflects ourselves. Diba? So, it's very clear. Diba? It's very clear. And I believe na kung paano ka manamit, 'di ba? Andun yung confidence mo, 'di ba? So, yun, self-expression. And the last one is our immediate family. Ay, hindi pala, third pa lang pa to. Immediate family, like our parents, 'di ba? Our siblings, 'di ba? Kaya nga madalas sa family, kahit na problema lang naman ng isa, naging problema ng lahat or pinoproblema ng lahat because simply you love them, 'di ba? And you care for them, 'di ba? Ano mang mangyari sa kanya, you care for her or for him, 'di ba? And when their lives are in success, we feel also victory, 'di ba? Masaya ka rin para sa kanila, 'di ba? Masaya rin or na talagang nagkakaroon din ng pagsasalo-salo, ganun, kapag may na-achieve yung isang member ng family. And we place huge investment in our immediate family when we see them as the nearest replica of ourselves, 'di ba? And last one, the home. Home is the earliest nest of our childhood kasi dito tayo lumaki. And the home thus is an extension of self because in it, we can directly connect ourselves. Diba? So, sabi nga, there's no better place like home. 'Di ba? Kahit na napakaganda nung boarding house or na apartment na tinitirahan mo, there's no better place like home because simply it's one of the part na ng ating pagkatao. Okay. So, worth knowing, having investment of self to things made us attached to those things. Okay. More investment of self given to the particular thing, the more we identify ourselves to it. A man's self is the sum total of all what he can call his. Okay. Possessions then become a part or an extension of the self, 'di ba? Minsan nga may mga pagkakataon or may mga circumstances or bagay, pag-aari tayo sa buhay natin na pinapangalanan natin, 'di ba? For example, this is mine. So, lalagay ko yung pangalan ko, Erica, 'di ba? Or kaya the laptop, ilalagay ko dun sa user's name ay Erica, 'di ba? Kasi nga we can call it mine, 'di ba? So, personal collections, hindi naman masama na mag-collect, 'di ba, ng mga bagay-bagay, 'di ba? But remember na ang masyadong pagko-collect or pagiging ah, ano ba, yung nagko-collect ka pero hindi naman na importante or masyado ng marami, 'di ba? It can also cause sa psychological disorder. Example is the hoarding disorder. It is persistent difficulty discarding or parting with possessions because of a perceived need to save them. Yung example, resibo lang, 'di ba? Pwede mo naman na siyang itapon, 'di ba? Pero you have this persistent difficulty na itapon 'yun, 'di ba? Hala, baka kailangan ko pa yan the next, 'di ba? So a person with hoarding disorder experiences distress at the thought of getting rid of the items. Excessive accumulation of items regardless of actual value occur, diba? Hoarding often creates such cramped living conditions that homes may be filled to capacity with only narrow pathways through stocks of clutter. Okay, so for example, yan. 'Di ba? Ala nang madaanan, 'di ba? Puro damit na, 'di ba? So, such people, meron silang countertops, sink, stoves, yung mga example, 'di ba? The desk, the stairways, lahat na, 'di ba? Meron yung bagay na yon, 'di ba? And when there's no more room inside, the clutter may spread to the garage, 'di ba? Sa garahe, even sa car niya, 'di ba? And other storage facilities because takot siya na i-let go yung bagay na yon. Okay. So we are what we have. Okay. Sabi ni Russell Beck, we regard our possessions as part of ourselves. We are what we have and what we possess. As we grow older, putting importance to material possession decreases. Diba? So, somewhat agree. Kasi, ngayon, ang i-retain mo na lang yung mga kailangan mo talaga, yung mga araw-araw mo talagang ginagamit, di ba? So, syempre, depende pa rin yan sa tao. And material possession gains higher value in our lifetime if we use material possession to find happiness, di ba? Kung nakabasa yung kasiyahan mo sa material things na yun, of course, associate these things with significant events, accomplishments, and people in our lives. The possessions that we dearly have tell something about who we are, our self-concept, our past, and even our future. The possessions that we dearly have tell something about who we are, the self-concept nga. Ayun. So, there are things or possessions na meron ka na nahihirapan kang i-let go. 'Di ba? Because somehow it defines us. 'Di ba? But ang importante doon is don't depend your happiness on the material things, 'di ba? Kasi darating yung time na mawawala din 'yan kung anong meron ka ngayon. The most important thing there is try to enjoy kung anong meron ka and try to appreciate kung anong meron ka at kung anong wala ka na gusto mong makuha, have that drive, 'di ba? That courage na ma-achieve rin 'yon or makuha man 'yon, 'di ba? Kasi at the end of the day, kung ano yung pinaghirapan natin, 'di ba? Yun yung matagal na mawala. Sabi nga sa nabasa ko, kapag madali mo daw nakuha yung isang bagay, mabilis din mawawala, 'di ba? So, sabi din in the Bible, do not lay up for yourselves treasure on earth where moth and rust destroy and where thieves break in and steal. But lay up for yourself treasures in heaven where neither moth nor rust destroys and where thieves do not break in and steal. Okay? Thank you so much and I hope na kahit papaano ay may natutunan kayo sa discussion natin na 'to. Thank you for listening and, God bless everyone.